house object data stored in a JSON format in MongoDB. Actually, is inside MongoDB is called BSON, and how the application do the data provisioning. So, for example, this mechanic 2, right? There's some associated related to the those design object. I also have a right related to this design document, and also have interface, and on the interface I have property, right? So let's see what the JSON format is. So let's run in the Lobo Mongo, which is kind of the MongoDB's client. Let's connect. So I have object collection, which is similar as like a database table. This should be mechanic 2, right? So the representation Mongo JSON representation is like this. So like any Mongo object, you should have a unique ID. This is a C object, is a class name, associated class. This object mechanic to associate to this class object ID, which is this. And then this object name, which is mechanic 2, and description, and what's the status right now is current. If you do the revisioning, this will be history. So right now is current, revision number is 0. Then this object have multiple interface. Right now we only have 2 interface, which is A1A and 2. So 1A and 2, and each interface will expose the property. The property name is this, description is this, and the value is this. So you can multiple value, multiple interface. And for security reason, you have a denied member, added member. This is interface level 5, level 6, and also related object information. This is the left relationships, which is listed here. Here I have a 71 related to this 2, so all the object ID is listed here, and also have a right relationship, and then you have attached file here, yes, T1. So you can you probably find it's not like SPF. We stored object or everything together in JSON format in one object, and then in JSON format and stored in the database. So if you have a little bit more knowledge about SPF have the schema table have five table, right? So relationship, property, relationship, interface, and also the object instance also have a 5 table, right? So inside SPF, if you want to show something, first you need a reader. Inside the program will be read the schema, And once you read the schema, based schema, then you run the query and then get the object instance. But here we no longer have any schema definition. We just object instance. You are freely put interface without any modification. You can, for example, you want to add more interface. You want to add interface 3, just add it. You want to add more property, you just add it. You don't need to do any schema modeling. In other words, as this kind of the data structure use MongoDB, you also give you very big flexibility, which means compared to SPF, right? SPF, once you schema defined, you cannot. So you define that this object should have 2 interfaces. If you want to add more interface, you have to model it, right? And each object in SPF, once schema defined, each object the interface right. If you define the 2, just the 2. But in GreenEDM, this application, each type of object, for example, the mechanical 2, you have 2 interface. Each interface have 2 properties, but mechanical 3 tag, for example, you can same type of mechanical tag. You probably can 5 interface, more property. They belong to same class, but the object instance, like mechanical, you probably have different interface and different number of properties you can define. So this is more flexibility. Because of this, we can store all the information together in one JSON representation. So that's the reason is get object is very fast. Once you get, you display those information. Once you get if you click this, right, actually behind is read this object and immediately get everything. You don't need to do the multiple query. Just one-stop shopping, and you get all of those information and display here. That's the reason it's very fast. Okay, so let's talk about the data provisioning.